Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 15th of February. It is Govinda Masa, Falguna Masa, Krishna Paksham, and the Trayodasi Tithi. So today there is one event. So today is the Shivaratri. So Shivaratri is the night of Lord Shiva. So we shall read a few lines from the ISKCON Vizitartham about the introduction of Shivaratri. So every lunar month on 13th or 14th day of the dark half of the moon phase, there is a Shivaratri, but in the Vedic month of Falguna, there is Maha Shivaratri. The ceremony takes place mainly at the night, which is observed in the honor of Lord Shiva, who was married to Mother Parvati on this day. So devotees of Lord Shiva generally observe a strict fast on this day, and some go to the extent of Nirjala fast. That is, they do not even have a sip of water. They stay awake the entire night. The Shivalingam is worshipped throughout the night by washing it every 3 hours with milk, yogurt, ghee, honey, and so forth, while chanting of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. It continues. Offering of bay leaves are made to the lingam. Bay leaves are very sacred as Tulsi to Lord Vishnu, and Dhar to Mother Durga are very pleasing to them, and Lord Shiva becomes pleased with that offering. Many different hymns glorifying Lord Shiva are sung with intense fervor and devotion. Aspirants perform japa of the Panchakshara mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. He who utters the names of Lord Shiva during the Shivaratri with perfect devotion and concentration is freed from all sins that he or she have committed. He or she reaches the abode of Lord Shiva and resides very happily there. But the Vaishnavas, however, worship Lord Shiva on this day in order to receive his blessings to become a better devotee of Lord Krishna and not to attain residence in the abode of Shiva. When creation was completed, Lord Shiva and Parvati Mata went to live on the top of Mount Kailasa. Parvati asked, O adorable Lord, so which of the many rituals observed in your honor pleases you the most? Lord Shiva replied, the 14th night of the new moon in the dark fortnight during the month of Falgun is my favorite day. It is called Magha Shivaratri. My devotees give me great joy and happiness by mere fasting than by ceremonial baths and offerings of flowers, sweets, and incense. The devotees observe strict spiritual discipline in the day and worships me with in 4 different forms during each of the 4 successive 3 hour periods of the night. The offering of a few bay leaves is more precious to me than precious jewel and flowers. My devotee should bathe me in milk in the first period, in yogurt in the second period, in ghee in the third period, and in honey in the fourth. And the last, in the morning, he should feed Brahmins, that is, if this is possible, and after doing, if he or she breaks his or her fast, no ritual can compare with the simple routine in sanctity. So Parvati was deeply impressed by the words of her husband. She repeated this to her friends, who in turn passed it on to everyone else. Thus, the sanctity of Mahashivratri was broadcast all over the world. The Shivaratri fast is aimed at controlling a person's two biggest voices. That is the Rajas, the quality of passionate activity, and Tamas, that of inertia. At many ashrams around the world, Shivaratri is celebrated in the following manner. Aspirants fast the whole day, many of them without taking a single drop of water. And some ashrams perform grand havan fire yajnas to Lord Shiva for peace and welfare of all. The whole day is spent in chanting of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya and in meditation upon the Lord. At night, all assemble in the temple and chant this mantra, and during the 4 quarters of the night, and the Lord Shivlingam is worshipped with intense devotion. So about the Prabhupada's Srila Prabhupada says about Lord Shiva during the time demon Senkachuda kill taken from Krishna book, so chapter 34. Once upon a time, the coward men of Vrindavana, headed by Nanda Maharaja, desired to go to Ambikavana to observe the Shivaratri ceremony. The Ras Leela was performed during the autumn, and after that, next big ceremony is Holi, or the Dolayatra ceremony. Between the Dolayatra ceremony and the Ras Leela ceremony, there is one important ceremony called Shivaratri, which is especially observed by the Saivites or devotees of Lord Shiva. Sometimes the Vaishnavas also observe this ceremony because they accept Lord Shiva as the foremost Vaishnava. But the function of Shivaratri is not observed very regularly by the bhaktas or devotees of Krishna. Under the circumstances, it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Nanda Maharaja and other coward men once upon a time desired. So this means that they were not regularly observing the Shivaratri function, but that once upon a time they wanted to go to Ambikavana out of curiosity. Okay, so this is about Srila Prabhupada's statement, and there is further information. There are so many other things as well. Okay, that is from the event's perspective. Okay, so for today, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni is speaking about the different kinds of time factors, how the time is calculated. So here he started speaking and starting from the Paramanu. And one Paramanu is the indivisible material element, is called Paramanu. Two Paramanus, they are called one Anu, and three Anus called one Trasarenu. So likewise, he has been speaking. These Trasrenus can be seen through the sunlight whenever it is falling through the windows. So during that time, these Trasrenus, they were floating towards the upwards, towards the sky. So Anudbhav Paramanu Syat Trasrenuhu Trayasmritaha Jalarka Rasmi Avagataha Kameva Anupatanagat. So they will float towards the sky, upwards. And Trasarenu Trikam Bhungte Yah Kalaha Satruti Smritaha. And such kind of Trasrenus, three of the Trasrenus, it is called one Truti. Trasarenu Trikam Bhungte Yah Kalaha Satruti Smritaha. And 100 of those Trutis is called one Veda. That is Setabhagastu Vedasya Taihi Tribistu Lavah Smritaha. And three of the Vedas, it is called Vedaha. Here it is not simple Veda, Vedaha. This is the time factor. Tribistu Lavaha Smritaha. Three of those Vedas are called Lava. Okay, so today further he is describing and three Lavas is called one Nimesha. So Nimesha, it is of the Vedic timings. It is not minutes like that. It is Nimesha. And then Three of those nimeshas called one kshana, and 5 kshanas is called one kasta, and 10 kastas is called one laghu. So likewise, he's further describing. We will put them in the Excel and see how it will be calculated further. And such a laghus, and then further Nadika is there, and then Muhurta, and then Prahara, and Yamaha. So likewise, he is describing different kinds of timing dimensions. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 11, and verse number 8 and 9, so 7 and 8. Nimesha त्रिलवो ज्ञेया आम्नातस्ते त्रयक्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठां लघुता दश पञ्च च निमेषः त्रिलवज्ञेया. The duration of time called Nimesha. So Nimesha, the duration of time called Nimesha, how it is calculated? Trilavaha, the duration of 3 lavas is called one Nimesha. Jnaya is to be known. Amnataste trayah kshanaha. Amnataste, and also it is so called Amnataste trayah kshanaha. So three of those nimeshas is called kshanaha, the duration of time called kshana. And kshanam pancha viduhu kastam. So those um, 5 kshanas is called one kastam. Kshanaha pancha viduhu kastam. Such 5 kshanas is one kastam. And laguta dasa panchacha, and 10 kastas is one laghu. Okay, so likewise, the duration of called, where is that one? Laghu is the laguta dasha panchacha. Dasha pancha here. Dasha pancha is the 15. Apologies. So 15 of those kastas is called laghu. Okay, so this is again all these calculations. Nimeshah trilavo amnataste trekshanah chanan panch viduhu kastam laguta dasha panchacha. Dasha panchacha is 15. The translation: the duration of time of 3 lavas is equal to one nimesha. The combination of 3 nimeshas makes one kshana, and 5 kshanas combined together make one kasta, and 15 kastas make one laghu. Okay, so this is translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, which is only one line, I shall read it. By calculation, it is found that one laghu is equal to 2 minutes. So the atomic calculation of time in terms of Vedic wisdom may be converted into present time with this understanding. Okay, so let us see how that can be calculated. So here, let me share the entire screen. Okay, this is yesterday's calculation. Let me just take that one. So here, coming back here, what is it is mentioning? Duration of time of 3 lavas is equal to 1 nimesha. So here, nimesha is the nimesha. So here, 3 lavas means, if I just put 3 here, and then here we should just calculate this one. How many Paramanus? That means we are just calculating. Okay, this is Nimesha. And then after that, what is coming? So Kshana, Kashta, and Laghu. So this is Kshana, and then Kashta, and then laghu. So it is described here. How many kshanas? It is described. Combination of three nimeshas makes one kshana. So here again, three nimeshas. And then five kastas. This one. So that is the combination of three nimeshas makes one kshana. 5 kshanas is one kasta. And then 15 of those kastas equal to one laghu. This is one laghu is of the 2 minutes of our time. So that means how many of these things? So if we just put them into so 36,45,000 Paramanus is 2 minutes. See, this is our time calculation, Vedic time. Okay, so that is here it is described like the 15 kastas make one laghu. And then further it is also described one laghu equal to 2 minutes. This is 2 minutes. And then this is this shloka, and moving on to the next shloka is 8th one. Laguni vai samamnata dashapanchacha nadika te dve muhurtah praharaha षड्यामः सप्तवाण्डुनाम. Laguni vai samamna. Such lagus, each of the 2 minutes, set exactly. Samamnata is called Dashapanchacha Nadika. Dashapanchacha is again 15 of those lagus is called one Nadika. And Tedve Muhurtaha Praharaha. And two of them, two of those two Nadikas is called Muhurta. And then Praharaha is 3 hours is calculated of Shadyamaha 6. Okay, let us recite this shloka first. Laguni vai samamnata dasha panchacha nadika tedbhe muhurtaha praharaha Shadyamaha saptavandunam. 15 lagus make one nadika. Okay, let us put it here. 15 lagus is one nadika. One nadika here. And then further, what else the words are used? Vanadika and Danda. And then Muhurta. And then further, Nadika, Danda, Muhurta.
Prabhuji, is danda not same as, because it says which is also called a danda. One nadika, which is also called. So does it mean that two nadikas make one muhurt, which are also called two dandas? Is that how it means?
Oh yes, Mataji, you are right. So this is called Danda. Nadika, Danda. Yes. Which is also, and two Dandas make one Muhurta. Yes, this is Muhurta. Okay. These of two of them here. Then equal. If we just calculate here Paramanus, we are trying to calculate how many Paramanus. Just and Muhurta So next to after Muhurta is called, it is 1/4 of a day or night. It is called Prahara. And then 6 or 7 dandas. So Muhurta, this dandas is 2 dandas make 1 Muhurta. This is 2 dandas. Am I missing anything, Mataji, here?
Don't know, Prabhuji.
So this is
Oh, makes sense.
So this is up to last shloka, and here it is speaking about laghu nivai samamnata. So such laghus, each of 2 means exactly. Samamna is called Dashapancha, 15. Dashapancha is the 15. So 15 laghus, 1 Nadika. This is 15 laghus, 1 Nadika. This is fine. And next one is the 2 dandas make 1 Muhurta. So this one is 2 dandas. This one. This one is 2 dandas. 2 dandas is 1 Muhurta. And 6 or 7 dandas make 1/4 of day or night. That means if we take the 6, means 6 dandas, or we'll take the 3 here, because it is speaking in terms of the dandas, but we wanted to take in terms of the muhurtas. 3 muhurtas is 1 prahara. This is 1/4 of a day. That means 6 hours. So here, this one. Is approximate calculation, and this is according to the 1/4 of the day, according to the human calculation. Shad yamaha sattavadunam. Yamaha means 1/4 of yatayamam. It is actually 3 hours, day or night. Okay, it is not 6 hours, it is 3 hours, day and night. Okay, so 2 minutes multiply 15, that is 30 minutes to 60 minutes into 3. That is prahara. Yes, this is coming correctly. Okay, so this is how we are calculating in terms of the atoms. And this is up to prahara or yama. This is called Tedbhe muhurtaha praharaha. Praharaha is 3 hours. Yes, correct, 3 hours. And then shadhyama saptavarunam. Shadhyama is 6 yamas, or Shadyamaha Saptava Drunam. 1/4 day or night of the human calculation. 6 yamas. So that means 3 cross 6, that is 18 hours. But it is Saptava, or even if we take the Saptava, even if we take the 7 cross 3, it is 21 hours of Drunam. Okay, maybe it is approximate time that is described. Drunam is the human calculation. Yamaha is 1/4 day after night. Okay, so but this calculation, what we have put here, this is coming correctly. Okay, this is laghu nivai samamnata dashapancha nadika tedbhe muhurtah prahara praharaha shadyamaha sattavandranam 15 laghus make one Nadika, which is also called a danda. 2 dandas make one Muhurta, and 6 or 7 dandas make 1/4 of a day or night, according to human calculation. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall go and recite. Okay, once again, just going here. The calculations are going on. It will take up to kalpas and so many of those things. So here itself 2 minutes and then 3 hours, 328 millions of the Paramanus combination of the time takes to combine this many number of atoms is called this Prahara and the 3 hours. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is only mathematics. So now we shall recite this shloka. निमेषः त्रिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नातस्ते त्रयक्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च. Can I request the devotees follow line by line? निमेषः त्रिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नातस्ते त्रयक्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च. निमेषः त्रिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नातस्ते त्रयक्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च. निमेषः त्रिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नातस्ते त्रयक्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च. Very nice. Can I request devotees take it and to recite? Usha Mataji, would you like to go first?
Okay, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. निमिषः त्रिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नातस्ते त्रयः क्षणः क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. निमेषस्थिरिलवो ज्ञेय आम्नादस्ते त्रयशन शनान् पञ्चविदुकाष्ठां लघुता दश पञ्चश.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Garinki Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nimesha Strilabhogiya Amrataste Trayaha Chanaha Chenan Pancha Viduho Kashtam Laguta Dasa Panchacha. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Nimesha Trilavogneya Amnastaste Traya Kshanaha Kshanan Pancha Vidhu Kashtam Laghuta Dasha Panchacha. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. निमेषास्त्रीलवग्नेय अमृतस्ते क्षत्रय क्षणान् पञ्चविदुः काष्ठं लघुता दश पञ्च च.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. So this is Laguta. So this is what we have. The shloka describes about this. Nimesha, Kshana, Kashta, Laghu. Nimesha Strilavo Jnaya, Amna Tastek Trek Kshanaha, Kshanan Pancha Viduhu Kashtam, Laguta Dasha Panchacha. This is Laguta Panchadashacha. 3, 3, 5, 15. So Nimesha cross 3 lavas. Sorry. 3 lavas is 1 Nimesha, 3 Kshanas, 1 Kashta, 5 Kashtas, 1 Laghu. Okay, so that it will keep going on. So this one I'll just put here, and what are the numbers like that. And then 2, 3, here 30 is, and 3 of them, and Veda is 100 of them here. It goes like the this one multiplies this one. This one multiplies this one. This one multiplies this one. Okay, so likewise, this one is calculated further here down. Okay, that is this shloka. And then we shall move on to the next shloka. Laguni vai samamnata dasha panchacha nadikam te dve muhurtaha praharaha shadyamaha saptavandunam. Can I request all devotees to follow again? Laguni vai samamnata
Laguni vai samam nata
dasha panchacha nadika
dasha pancha cha nadika
te dve muhurtaha praharaha
te
Dve Muhurtaha
praharaha
shadyamaha saptavandunam.
shadyamaha
Yamaha
saptavanam
Saptaninam
Laguni vai samamnata
Laguni
Laguni
vai
Vaisamana
samam nata
dasa panchacha nadika
dasha pancha cha nadika
te dve muhurtaha praharaha
Dve Muhurtaha
Murtaha praharaha
shadyamaha saptavandunam.
Yamaha Saptaninam
saptavanram
Once more. Laguni vai samamnata
Laguni
Laguni
vai samamam
Vaisamamata
nata
dasa panchacha nadika
Dasa
dasha
Panchacha
pancha cha nadika
te dve muhurtaha praharaha
te
Dve
dve muhurtaha praharaha
shadyamaha saptavandunam.
shadyamaha sapta
Sadhyamahasaptanam.
runam. Prabhuji, may I just ask, the last line, Shadayamaha Sapta Va, but in the Devanagari Va is missing, or is that how it's pronounced? Vanuram.
Yes, Mataji, you are correct, Mataji. The va is missing here.
So should we stick to which one then? The
Saptava, this one,
English. Okay, yeah, thank you.
English. So I read from the Telugu one. There it is also va is mentioned there.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So I think here it is missed. Okay, so the devotees kindly take a turn to recite. Jai Mataji, would you like to go Mataji first?
Laghuni vai samam nata dasha pancha chanadika te dve muhurtaha praharaha shadayamaha saptavan runam. Sorry, Prabhuji, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Garinge Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Laguni ve samanata dasa pancha chanadika tidve murtaha praharaha sadhyamaha saptaninam. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
Krishna. Laghu nivesamamrata dasa pancha chanadika te dve mritam prahara saryamaha saptanunam.
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Laguni Samannata Dasa Pancha Janadika Tejvi Muhurta Prahara Shadaya Mahasaptavandana. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
please.
Lahuni vai samam nada tasa pancha sanadika tetve muhurtaha praharaha shakyamaha saptavanirna.
Very nice. Would you like to read the translation, Mataji, from the previous translation and now current translation?
The duration from here. The duration of time of 3 lavas is equal to 1 nimisha. The combination of 3 nimishas makes 1 Kashna, 5 shana, Prabhu, shana. 5 shanas combined together make 1 kasta, and 15 kastas make 1 laghu. 15 laghus make 1 nadika, which is also called a danda. 2 dandas make 1 muhurta, and 6 or 7 dandas make 1/4 a day or night, according to a human calculation.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, this is all about mathematics and calculations of time. So time is kalena abhyakta mutina. Kalena abhyakta mutina. Though Krishna name is not directly appearing here, the time is the unmanifested form of Krishna. Kaulos mean Lokakshakrut, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Kaulos mean I am the time. So we are talking about only Krishna only here. Okay, so that is the time. And also from Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, we shall move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Satsvarupa, March 13th, 1971, Bombay. Can you request Jai Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. Yes. My dear Satsvarupa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your 2 letters dated 21st and 23rd February 1971 respectively. I have also received the newspaper clipping showing Hridayananda's wedding, and it is very nice. So far as him taking over the management of Boston Temple, that is all right. All department heads should train an assistant so that in their absence work may not suffer but go on continuously. However, why do you want to divorce yourself entirely from management of Boston Temple? Do you think that is necessary? Our new publication, The Modern Mission of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, sounds very nice, and you may send me some copies as soon as they are printed up. So far as your suggestion for a booklet of operational principles, you may go ahead as planned. For this book, so many points have been explained in the Nectar of Devotion. So why don't you refer to it? Last year's handbook was not bad. There was sufficient stock of information there, but if you can improve upon it still further, that will be very nice. Also, very soon, I shall send you one complete set of instructions on worshipping the deity, and you can print in English and distribute. This book shall be named Method of Worship. So far as life membership is, probably a little bit, yeah. So far as life membership is concerned, what is this time and circumstance of USA? To become a life member means a person has become sympathetic. They should simply be convinced of the importance of our movement, and that according to your activity. In some newspaper clippings I have read about our devotees. These are good men, and we want more men like this in our country. That is certainly good impression. They are sympathetic, and so for them to become our life member is not difficult. There are 4 divisions of members: life member, donor member, subscriber member, and common member. So any membership will make the people sympathetic to our movement, and it will be a stride towards our progressive march. Yes, it is my desire that Ishana and his wife Isana and his wife and child stay there in Boston Temple, and Isana may continue to cook there. He should always be kept engaged. He is a bit crazy, but he's a very good soul. Please give him my blessings and let me know how he's doing there. So far as helping youth cases, they should live with us. We cannot devote separate time for them. That is not possible. If anyone desires to be treated, he must live with us. Before admitting him, we must see that he is not a madman and he will not create a disturbance. If he lives with us and sees how. Okay, page missing. Prabhuji,
Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami
yes,
Srila
Swami
Prabhupada
Srila
ki
Prabhupada ki jai. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, I need to take your points, reflections.
Oh, Prabhuji. So, I'm not sure about the membership one. Maybe you might know more. But here, he is writing to Satsvarupa Das to say that um, that I think Satsvarupa Das used to be a head of the Boston Temple there. He used to manage it, but now it looks like Hridayananda Prabhuji will be taking over. So Prabhupada is a little bit concerned in the way that he's fine, he's happy with somebody taking over the management, but I think he fully trusted Satsvarupa Das, and he had hoped that he would continue to do so, because I think he thought of him very highly. I will mention a little bit more about Prabhuji. So, because I had a feeling that you would ask me to read this letter, I did a little bit, because I don't know much about Satsvarupa Prabhuji, and so I wanted to know a bit more, especially after reading that sentence, that why do you want to divorce yourself? Because it looks like Prabhupada was a little bit disappointed that Satsvarupa Maharaj wanted to dissociate slightly. So he said, why is it really necessary? So I thought, oh, maybe, I need to know a bit more why he thought, so I will mention a little bit more about this, but let's continue. So then he says, our new publication, The Modern Mission, it sounds very nice. So I think that probably is aimed for Westerners or some philosophers. So that is Satsvarupa Maharaj's idea to come up with this article, with this publication. And Prabhupada is very happy with that. And then he says also that there is a booklet of operational principles that Prabhuji has written, but he says that why don't you refer to Nectar of Devotion? So I think Prabhupada wanted to stick to whatever was written by Rupa Goswami, and then obviously he wrote Nectar of Devotion, but Rupa Goswami wrote the original one, Bhakti Rasam Rat Sindhu, and he said, well, we should stick to everything that is written by our ancestors, by our gurus, and not deviate. So I think he's guiding him that whatever you have written, but make sure that you sort of like cross-reference it, and then we can keep on improving it further. And then he said also that I will send you and booklet on book on method of worship, which Prabhupada has written, because now more and more centers are being established, more and more temples, there are more deity worship going on. So I think Prabhupada wanted like a standardization and uniformity over all the centers. So for that he had written method of worship, and he wants Satswarupa Maharaj to follow that. And give it to other centers as well. And then he's talking about life membership. He wants to know what is the situation in USA about life membership, because obviously life membership generates money for them to progress more and more. And he was explaining about there are 4 divisions of life members. That bit I'm not too sure, but you may be. I think so. One life members don't necessarily have to be in Krishna consciousness if they are all well and good, but they can just, because they are well off, well-to-do people, their money helps. So the patronship and all that. So I'm guessing that that is what that is about, but I don't know the 4 divisions how it's done. So that maybe you will have to help me with that. And then he's just saying that Ishana and the child can stay there and continue to cook. But Ishana, it looks maybe a bit on a wild side. So he's saying that he can stay there, help with the cooking, but make sure that he doesn't give him my blessings. He's a good soul, really. He's just a little bit on the wild, crazy side. But Prabhupada doesn't have big concerns about that. As long as he's engaged, then he will be fine. And then he's saying about helping the youth cases. That they can live, but we should not be spending separate extra time concentrating on them all the time. And as long as they don't create any disturbance, then he's happy with that youth to stay. But they should not be spending any more time separately on them. They should be almost managing their own and looking after themselves. They can be guided, but not totally be spending too much time on them. So, but make sure that he's not a madman, and hope that they don't create disturbance. So he's just saying, just make sure of that. Prabhuji, so you would have to help me with that. But before that also, so I just I went through all the letters from the previous year, so 1970 up to now. And because I wanted to know why Prabhupada thought so highly of Satswarupa Das. And Satswarupa Das was one of the oldest disciples. And Prabhupada had a great, he thought very highly, because Satswarupa Das used to help a lot with transcription, especially with the Krishna book. And the letters also said that you write very nicely. So he had that knack of writing nicely. And he said, I've seen your articles, so you may take the Srimad Bhagavatam purports and write nice articles. So he had that knack of writing. He used to train other people. He used to edit also very nicely. So whatever Prabhupada wrote, it would go to him as well, and then he would do a lot of editing. And Prabhupada would say, we need to get at least one book out of the way every 2 months. So Prabhupada would aim for 6 books in a year. And then Satswarupa Das Prabhuji would also write articles for college newspapers as well. He would he was also involved in preparing large thrones thrones for the larger deities for the Boston temple. He would write small books with illustrations. So he would get the ideas. So Prabhupada gave him ideas like write on Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, Ajamila. And so Satswarupa Das would do that as well. He would write small books from all this. And he was so good at writing, because even though Prabhupada aimed at like 300 pages or whatever, he he would actually end up writing like 800 pages a month. And Prabhupada would say, "Oh, I'm so pleased that, and you have enlivened me very much." And because of Satsvarupa Das Prabhuji, he would then get more motivated as well to write more and more. So, and then he used to suggest apparently titles for chapters, which I was not aware of. I'm not clear, but you can clarify that. So some chapters he would also suggest titles. And then Prabhupada would also ask him all the time that give me ideas how you can help me to get all my manuscripts printed as soon as possible. So he would look up to Satsvarupa Das and say, please give me ideas how you can help me, how I can do faster and faster. They would also have press conferences, and for that he would have to write reports as well. And writing reports for press conferences is sometimes not an easy task. It would take him hours to do it, but he would do it, and he would get all the other senior devotees to sign. He was also involved in authorizing pictures for the Krishna book, volume 2 as well. And he also made him GBC member, because there was some apparently some things were creeping in that Prabhupada was not very happy with, and he said, please counteract contamination which has spread within the ISKCON. So I want you to be very vigilant GBC member. So Satsvarupa Das used to do that. And then he said, you are my oldest and best qualified student. I wish, like, you are such a good disciple that I wish even my children would be like that as well. So in one letter I found that. So that shows how highly he was thought of. And then he would give more responsibilities and said, you have a great responsibility to print and distribute all my books. And he was also involved in the layout of the Bhagavad Gita, the new edition of the Bhagavad Gita. So he was involved in the layout of that apparently. And then he used to give interview for magazines. And in one interview, he said, it's a hellish life without Krishna, which Prabhupada was very happy with, because that's like a propaganda. So it's a hellish life without Krishna. And he would always be thanking Satsvarupa Das Prabhuji. So yeah, that's why he was a little bit concerned that he was living as a Boston Temple as a manager. Thank you, Prabhuji. You might have to help me with the other one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So very beautifully explained about Satsvarupa Maharaj. Okay. Yes, you're right, Mataji.
It was just a recap. I think sometimes, we read so many letters, and sometimes we forget as well what they have been doing throughout the year. So I just thought I'll pick that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So I think he is expert in English, so that is one thing, and he used to write in the linguistic, something like that. So mainly his expertise at that side. So he was assisting Srila Prabhupada in so many of these articles or editing of these purports or anything of regarding this English kind of thing. Okay, that is one major thing, and he's always taking and enthusiastically working. So that is one thing I can contemplate. And with regards to the members, you mentioned is life members, or like they will be paying some money and they will get accommodation in the temples 2 days in a year. So that is life members. And the donor members is like a kind of patrons in the temple. So they are the ones who supports or possibly who donate something like that. And subscribers who subscribes pay monthly for magazines. So that is subscribers. And common members like from the public. So they live supporting the movement, even though they are not actively taking part as a subscriber or donor life member, they'll be supporting the community, common members. Okay, these are the members. But you have very nicely explained, Mataji, about Satsvarupa.
I think he didn't have time after doing all so much work, so he maybe wanted to step aside and give somebody else a chance. That's my understanding.
Yes. Yeah, so sometimes we may feel that one, but we need to keep carrying on what is required unless the spiritual master says.
I mean, it's good to have like succession planning as well. There should always be someone in mind.
Yes.
Keshav Swami always mentions, he gives a talks as well. He tells the manner senior leaders as well about succession planning. So yeah, I think Swarupa Das was good at training people and hoped that somebody else will manage.
Yes, Mataji. So always there should be competent members to lead and then carry on. So it's not only one person to be carrying out all the time. So yes, successor is required in all circumstances. Our disciplic succession. Evam parampraptam imam rajashyo viduhu. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees?
Like Krishna Mataji so nicely we explained about Swarupa. That's like, yeah, we don't know about how he's nicely explained. Thank you.
Mataji, I'd missed so many of his letters. I only joined from June, July last year. So I wanted to know more about him. Thank you.
Yeah, very nicely.
I mean, all these old devotees, it looks like how much they have, sometimes they bring tears to my eyes, how much they have done for this moment. We can't even comprehend really. They don't know our language, and yet they worked so hard to learn Sanskrit and recite and do all those things. It's just beyond, it's just can't even think about it. Wow. And for us, it's even, we are in we barely learn our own mother language. Even we don't speak that properly. And we never take pride in Sanskrit, or at least I didn't initially. It's always English is the main thing. English is the way to do. But Sanskrit, is our mother, is a mother of all languages. And we never actually, at least I didn't. But it's only now that I appreciate how much these devotees, it must be so hard for them to give up so many things and completely turn to Krishna and learn all these languages and shlokas and verses. So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And also Prabhupada also admiring and appreciated that work. They'd make him more, encourage them to do, so that is also very nice.
I'm glad there is GCSE, Sanskrit GCSE, which hasn't completely disappeared. So I'm glad that it's still there. Students are now coming and learning that more and more.
Thank you, Mataji, for kindly sharing and reflecting these points. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so evening we have got evening japa 6:30 p.m. Okay, apart from that, there are no other events, but so just to mention about the fundraise, so we have got 1,204 pounds. This is after the historical. Okay, this is the rest of the amount, but total raise is 1,600. Thank you so much, all day devotees, for contributing. Okay, so I think today is 15th, so we'll be concluding these 3 projects today. So we got Zoom. Zoom needs only around 160 pounds. So anything which will be excess, it will go to the Bhaktivedanta Manat pot. So it requires 500 pounds to pay. So that is the status. Okay, any questions on the fundraisers, dear devotees? In some of the orange bits, or either they have given us is a generic, or they have asked us to reallocate. So based on that, it is orange part, orange color. Okay, that's all from this. As of now, we're at 1,204 pounds. Okay, so soon we will be concluding these projects. June, Bury Place, Hebrew House. And then Bhaktivedanta Manor, it is 31st of March. Okay, and okay, those are the 4 projects totally. We are at the moment active. Okay, that's from the fundraise Lakshmi contribution. And the devotees, if you have got any updates, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move on to Ramayana. Okay, so we shall move to Ramayana. In the Ramayana, part 2. Okay, Rama's terrible discovery is done. Rama meets the monkeys. So this is part what we have been discussing here. And in the last session, Rama and Lakshman, they were at the Pampa lake, and Rama was crying and asking about, so just thinking of Sita Mata. And later on, Lakshmana says, assuring him that Rama, just will be finding Sita Mata. Do not worry, something. He is supporting Rama. And later on, we are here, and we will go and find Sugriva here. So in such a way, when they were discussing at the time, Sugriva, he was hearing the cries of Rama there, and then he has sent Anuma to go and inquire who they are. So because Sugriva is in anxiety that if these people might be the messengers of Vali, Vali might have sent them to catch Sugriva. Okay, so in such a Sugriva is a bit concerned. And later on, Hanuma, because he knows he can change his forms to the humans, so he came down on the instruction of Sugriva to Rama and Lakshman, and then glorifying Rama and Lakshman little bit. So understanding that, saying that what the words of Hanuman is, Hanuman prostrated himself before the princess and inquired in respectful tones. So here he came in the form of a Brahmana. So here it is says, he thus assumed human form, appearing as wandering mendicant. Approached Ram and Lakshman. Hanuman prostrated himself before the princess and inquired respectful tones. The way, because mendicants, they do not prostrate on this in front of the messengers. But here, Hanuman prostrated himself directly before the princess and inquired in respectful. Here, Rama and Lakshmana, they are also in the ascetic appearance. So what brings you to the shining ascetics to this region? So you appear like a pair of royal sages, fit to rule the entire world. Your massive bows glow like the rainbows. Your words appear dreadful, and your arms like the trunks of mighty elephants. Yet you are dressed as Brahmins. And why do you wail so despondently? Why do you search about this lake? Your presence here is a mystery. Although you are indeed welcome, you seem like the sun god and moon god descend to earth, illuminating this large mountain by your own luster. Perhaps you are even powerful expansions of the Supreme Lord. So Hanuman, how intelligent he is, and how he is speaking to Rama and Lakshmana, and what is his form, how he is approaching. So trying to understand. And the astute Hanuman closely examined the two brothers. He could understand they were not ordinary men. The monkey had a deep devotion for Vishnu, and as he looked at Rama, he felt his love being awakened. In the first meet of Hanuman and Rama, he felt his love being awakened. It seemed he had known this human all his life, although he had never met him before. Hanuman thought carefully, surely this was the Lord incarnate. What profound purpose had brought him here? So this is very, very important. He is now contemplating. He found his Lord here. Hanuman, his love, he felt his love being awakened. In our life, when we come to a point, uh, people as a soul, living entity, taking birth and take come to the human form, searching for so many things. As soon as he comes to Krishna, he thinks that yes, this is it. I have come to the this is called Dhautatma Purushaha Krishna Pada Moolam Namunchiti Mukta Sarup Parikleshaha Pantaha Swasaranam Yatha. After wandering in so many spaces of life, coming, he is called Dhautatma Purushaha Krishna Pada Moolam Namunchiti. He will never ever leave the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is how a traveler, after wandering so many places, he got tired, and once he comes home, and he feel completely relaxed. Likewise, he understands that is ultimate shelter. This is Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Prapadyate. Now, as soon as he come to Krishna, he understands, okay, this is so that kind of so much of love in the heart of Hanuman, it is being awakened as he says Rama here. And he feels that he knows this human all his life, although he had never met him before. And now he is contemplating. Hanuman thought carefully, surely this was the Lord incarnate. What profound purpose had brought him here? Now, Hanuman decided to reveal his identity. Now, there is when a Hanuman is having such a kind of a deep impression in his heart that this is my Lord itself, and love is being awakened. There is no need to hide himself anymore. So now Hanuman decided to reveal his identity. Folding his palms, he told them he was Sugriva's minister. Sugriva was the king of the Vanaras, but he had been banished by his brother. He now sought the prince's friendship and was waiting high upon the mountainside. The brothers were relaxed and smiling, and they had listened attentively to Hanuman, because Hanuman's speech was like that. Rama had become cheerful upon hearing his words, and he said to Lakshmana, so this meeting is fortune indeed, dear brother. Here stands Sugriva's minister, who is the monkey we seek. My heart and mind are moved by this noble Vanara's speech. Surely he has studied every facet of Sanskrit grammar, for his words were faultless and delivered in a gentle and highly poetic style. Even an enemy with upraised sword would be made friendly by such a speech. Okay, this is where we have stopped. So this is one has to speak in such a way. When we are speaking, every word should have a meaning, and we should not use any meaningless words when we speak. Unnecessary words. It is if it is optional to speak, this needs to be avoided. Sometimes people may be speaking for 1 hour, but content may be just very 1 or 2 minutes only. The essence is only 1 or 2 minutes. This is, but devotees speak only the essence. Saranganam. They who knows the essence. Sarangameva sarabhuk. Who extract only the essence and speak in a gentle manner. So Rama is highlighting the Hanuman's. His words were faultless and delivered in a gentle and highly poetic style. So by this, even an enemy with upraised sword would be made friendly by such a speech. One's speech should be very pleasing. Okay, this is where we stopped in the last session. It is so beautiful again to reflect and read these few paragraphs here, these 4 paragraphs, the how Hanuman approaches Rama, how he feels by seeing his Lord, automatically love is being awakened. And then he carefully, he wanted to reveal his identity, and then describing how what is the purpose he has come here, and inquiring these 2 princes who they are, like that, and appreciating Hanuman's behavior. Rama is very pleased, so he's appreciating and speaking to Lakshman. Okay, so it's so beautiful. Just these 4 paragraphs we feel to read again and again. Okay, we shall move on further. So I request the devotees take a turns to read. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to read these 3 paragraphs, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Which one? Oh,
Rama.
okay, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. I am sorting my glass. Rama asks his brother to reply to Hanuman. Lakshman then informed the monkey that they had heard about Sugriva and wished to meet with him in friendship. Hanuman smiled, uh, realizing that the two godlike brothers were mm, seeking his master's assistance. He felt that Sugriva's kingdom was already recovered. The monkey, joyful, spoke again. Pray tell me your purpose in having come to this lonely forest region in the first place. By guess gestures, Rama uh, urged Lakshman to explain everything to Hanuman. Lakshman told him in brief all that had happened to Rama from the point of his being exiled. The narration of Rama's many misfortunes distressed Lakshman, and he spoke with tears streaming from his eyes, describing how Kavanda had directed them to find Sugriva. The prince concluded. This Rama, whose father Dasratha was daily honored by all the kings of earth and who himself possesses limitless um, virtues, now seeks the refuse to Sugriva, the lord of monkeys. When the prince stopped speaking, Hanuman stood with folded palms. He looked at Rama and said, Fortunate indeed is Sugriva that you have served him as an ally. He too the fully affected by grief, having lost his home and family at the hands of his powerful brother. He now, he now lives in fear on this high mountain. Come, I shall take you to him. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry for mistake, read mistake.
No mistakes, Mataji. Very beautifully read. So now, after Ram appreciating Hanuman's speech, Ram also asked his brother Lakshman to reply to Hanuman. So then Lakshman informed that we have Hanuman. So me and Rama have come here to meet Sugriva, to make friendship with him. And Hanuman is smiling, and then realizing that these two god brothers seeking his master's assistance, he felt that Sugriva's kingdom was already recovered. And then Monkey joyfully spoke again. So please tell me your purpose in having come to this lonely forest region in the first place. So Hanuman is further inquiring. And also Rama indicating Lakshmana to explain everything to Hanuman. And Lakshman told him in brief all that had happened to Rama from the point of his being exiled. Again, when we hear this, the narration of Rama's the sequence of activities, the misfortunes distressed Lakshman, and he spoke with tears streaming from his eyes. So here, Ramayana, since Rama in the beginning itself, before Rama's birth. So much of things are going on. Dasharatha performs a Putrakamishti Yajna, Ashwamedha Yajna, like that later on, these four brothers, Rama, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrugna, they were born. And later on, Rama is growing with all good qualities. Further, it is also described Rama is well qualified to lead the kingdom. Okay, so in that perspective, so Dasarath Maharaj, he decided to make Rama as the king, and then further Kaikeyi was polluted by Mandara, and then Kaikeyi asked two boons from Dasharatha to make Bharata as the king and send Rama to the forest. So this part, and then how Rama coming and then coming to this in the forest into the Ganges next to the Guha. There is a friend of Rama who is called Guha, and with the help of Guha, again he crosses Ganges river, crossing to this forest, then Karanya forest. There, how he meets so many sages, and then later on Bharata comes there and asks them, reveals the death of Dasharatha Maharaj. All these pastimes in a different dimensions, the story is being discussed either between Lakshman and Hanuman, Hanuman to Sita, and again Lakshmana to Guha, and every moment, and where they're meeting some kind of sages, they will reveal every part. This entire story is re-spoken. So Lakshman has spoken this past times, number of times. And now Lakshman is speaking to here Hanuman. And here, as soon as Lakshmana is speaking all of this, the tears streaming from his eyes. How many times he remembers these things? Okay, this is again a complete. The heart is melting with love towards Rama. Okay, so later on the instruction of Kabanda, and then Kabanda directed him to find Sugriva. So now Rama, whose father Dasharatha was daily honored by all the kings of the earth and who himself possessed limitless virtues, now seeks the refuge of Sugriva, the lord of monkeys. So such a great personality, Rama. Now he is now here to looking for Sugriva. Okay, then immediately Hanuman stood with folded palms. He looked at Rama and said, fortunate indeed is Sugriva that you have sought him as an ally. He too is fully afflicted by grief. So one side Rama lost his wife. Rama did not worry about the kingdom and all those stuff. But yes, Sita Mata. But here Sugriva, he also lost his family and also the kingdom. But especially when we lose our beloved ones, that is most afflicting than the kingdom. Material things, they will come and go. They are not permanent. They do not have any feelings. But it is only the attachment. But main thing is the people, the life. Life is very important. where the love exchange takes place. So now here, Rama is fully afflicted by grief, having lost his home, and similarly, Sugriva also like that. So here, Vali is so powerful that he has sent his brother away. He chased him outside of his kingdom from Kishkinda. So now Sugriva, with the fear, he lives in the Rishimukha mountain. So come, I shall take you to him, O Rama. Likewise, Hanuman is saying to Rama and Lakshman. Okay, and then we shall continue further. Asha Mataji, would you like to read next page, Mataji, please?
Rama and Lakshman looked at each other joyfully. Hanuman then assumed his form as a monkey and kneeling, told the princess to mount his shoulders. Then the powerful ape leapt up the mountainside, carrying both Rama and Lakshman with ease. Within a few minutes, Hanuman reached Sugriva. Setting the brothers down, he introduced them to the monkey chief. He told Sugriva all that Lakshman had said about their exile and search for Sita. Hanuman praised the princess highly and recommended to Sugriva that he accept their preferred friendship. Sugriva looked at two brothers, his mind away by their brilliance and obvious power. Like Hanuman, he felt a strong love and devotion awakening in his heart. He stood up and spoke to Rama. I am highly honored that you have sought my alliance. O Rama, your righteousness, your virtues, your kindness to all being is well known. It is my gain only that you have arrived here today. O noble one, if my friendship is acceptable to you, then please take my hand. Let us enter into an abiding pact.
One more paragraph, Mataji.
Sorry. Sugriva extended his hand to Rama, who clasped it firmly in his own. Rama vigorously embraced the monkey, and they both felt great happiness. Hanuman then lit a fire and sang, sanctified it with Vedic mantras. Rama and Sugriva sat by the fire and saw their alliance together. They went clockwise around the fire, hand in hand. As they gazed happily at each other, Sugriva said, May our friendship last forever. Our woes and joys are now one.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So it is again very beautiful part. After Hanuman spoke, Ram and Lakshman looked at each other joyfully. Now Hanuman assumed his real form from the human form back to the Hanuman form as a monkey. And now he is mentioning to this princess just to climb onto his shoulders so that Hanuman can leapt up the mountainside carrying both Ram and Lakshmana with ease. And within a few minutes, Hanuman reached to Sugriva. Otherwise, it will take so much of time for the princess to go by walk, and it takes a lot of time. If anyone has gone to trekking into the going up hills, they would have understood. Okay, so here Hanuman has jumped in a very few minutes. Okay, setting the brothers down, he introduced them to the monkey chief Sugriva, and then um, he also describing about Rama and Lakshmana's exile and also searching for Sita at the moment. And also he praised the princess highly and recommended to Sugriva that he accept their preferred friendship. So here, this is also very important thing. Who is acting as a representative and who is recommending? So here, Hanuman is recommending. Okay, that is very, very important. And what is the character of Hanuman and how he is explaining in our day-to-day life? If you are recommending some person for any particular thing, so then if the strength of the recommender is also come into the picture as a very big role. So here Hanuman is praising the princess and recommending to Sugriva to make friendship. Okay, and then further Sugriva looked at the two brothers in his mind, awakened by their brilliance. Now, so like Hanuman, he felt a strong love and devotion awakening in his heart as well. And he stood up and spoke to Rama. So Sugriva, he is again a friend of Ramachandra. So this is how it is going to be done here further. So in front of Hanuman and in front of the fire, their friendship is lost forever. Our woes and joys are now one. So that is how Rama and Sugriva become friends. So here again, he also appreciates Rama's righteousness and virtues and kindness to all beings is well known. It is my gain only that you have arrived here. So likewise, they have made and then made the fire and in front of Hanuman while he was chanting these mantras. So okay, they made the vows. Our friendship lost forever. Our vows and joys are now one. Okay, that is very beautiful part again. Okay, we shall move on further. Jai Mataji, would you like to read the next page, Mataji, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you. Hanuman broke off a large bough from a flowering sal tree and set it on the ground as a seat for Rama and Sugriva. He broke off another from a blossoming sandalwood tree and offered it to Lakshman. When they were all seated, Sugriva began telling Rama about himself. I've been banished and antagonized by my elder brother Vali, O Rama, and I move about these woods in great fear. He has stolen my wife and rest, wrested the kingdom from me. Even now he seeks to destroy me. Please grant me security from my hostile brother. Rama laughed heartily and replied, Certainly, certainly, service is the fruit of friendship, O mighty monkey. You need have no fear from Vali. That immoral monkey will soon lie dead, killed by my infallible arrows. You will see Vali struck down and lying on the earth like a shattered mountain. Sugriva was reassured. He was certain he would soon recover his wife and kingdom. He again clasped Rama's hand and thanked him. Sugriva assured Rama that he would search out and find Sita, whether she was in the bowels of the earth or the walls of heaven. You should know for sure, he said, that neither god nor demon can hold Sita any more than a man can digest poison food. Even as that friendship between Rama and Vali was forged, the left eyes of Sita, Vali, and Ravana all throbbed violently and simultaneously, foreboding good to the princess and evil to the other two. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Mataji. So now here, as the guests are coming to Sugriva, so Ram and Lakshman as a guest there, and also they wanted to make friendship. So Hanuman, he is arranging the asana. What is the asana here? He broke off a large bough from a flowering sal tree and set it on the ground as a seat for Rama and Sugriva. And he broke off another from a blossom sandalwood tree and offered it to Lakshman. So this is the way to give asanas to the respected people. And when they were all seated, Sugriva began telling Rama about himself, saying that I have been banished and antagonized by my elder brother Vali. Sugriva is telling about his story again. Oh Rama. So and Rama Lakshmana story already Hanuman spoke to Sugriva. O Rama, and I move about these woods in great fear. He has stolen my wife and wrested the kingdom from me. Even now he seeks to destroy me. Please grant me security from my hostile brother. So Vali, so he's still chasing this Sugriva now. Now Sugriva is seeking security. Okay, so and now Rama laughed heartily and replied, "Certainly service is the fruit of friendship. O mighty monkey, you need have no fear from Vali. That immoral monkey will soon lie dead, killed by my infallible arrows. You will see Vali struck down and lying on the earth like a shattered mountain." So Rama has said already, means Vali is already dead. Okay. And then further, Sugriva was reassured. He was certain he would soon recover his wife and kingdom. He again clasped Rama's hand and thanked him. Sugriva assured Rama that he would search out and find Sita. So now Sugriva is trying to assure Rama to find Sita. Whether she was in bowls of the earth or on the walls of heaven, he should know for sure. He said that neither God nor demon can hold Sita any more than a man can digest poison food. Okay, this is how friends come together and then assure each other that I would help you to get the things done. So even as that friendship between Rama and Vali was forged, the left eyes of Sita, Vali, and Ravana all throbbed violently and simultaneously, foreboding good to the princess and evil to the other two. So here it is what it is mentioning. The left eyes of Sita, Vali, and Ravana all throbbed. So Sita, for women, if it is the left eyes means it is good, but for men it is not good. And for Rama and Vali, so this is how it is happening. Forbidding good to the princess and evil to the other two. See, this is princess is the Sita Devi. For left eye means for women it is good. Evil for the other two. This is Vali and Ravana. Okay, so that is how it is happening. So, any other devotees to read? Asha Mataji, Kauringi Mataji. Okay, Usha Mataji, Meena Mataji, they are in the temple now. So I stop there and let me just see if there is any further thing where we can stop here. Okay, I shall read just only one paragraphs and then okay, this one up to here. So after the brothers and the monkeys had been eaten a meal of cooked roots and forest vegetables prepared by Hanuman, they again spoke together. Sugriva told Rama that he had seen not long ago a great Rakshasa flying overhead clutching a crying lady. He had heard her plaintive calls of Rama Lakshman. This must surely have been Sita being stolen by Ravana. Sugriva continued, I saw the princess wriggling like a snake in the demon's grasp. She spotted me sitting with my four companions on the mountain top. She then threw down her jewels wrapped in a cloth. Rama grasped the monkey's arm. You saw my beloved Sita? Where are those jewels? Bring them quickly. And then Sugriva got up and entered deeply into his cave. After a few minutes, he returned holding the cloth bundle of Sita had thrown. He laid it out before Rama, and brilliant jewels shone in the bright sunshine. Rama dropped to his knees and began sobbing, Sita, my darling. He pressed the jewels to his bosom. Thinking of his kidnapped wife, he began to hiss like a serpent provoked in his hole. He turned to Lakshman, who had knelt by his side. See here, O Lakshman, Sita's bright jewels. Rakshasa must have carried her this way. Lakshman gazed at the jewels and replied to Rama, I do not recognize the armlets or earrings, for I have never looked at the face or body of the princess. But I recognize the anklets, which I saw each day as I bowed at her feet. Okay, I just stopped there. Okay, so just here. Now, when they're sitting together, Ram and Sugriva, again, um, Sugriva is telling so about how Sita Mata was taken by Rakshasa. They said Ravanasura. So Ravanasura's chariot, it was already broken by Jatayu. So now he's just flying on his own and having Sita Mata in his clasp, in his hands, in his arms. So that is what we have seen before. And during that time, Sita Mata got, she brought some of the jewels, even though uh, it was very difficult, but somewhere that she has tied up some of the jewels in her cloth and then thrown it onto the Sugriva, those monkeys. Okay, now he's brought those jewels in front of Rama, and Rama is recognizing all of them. But Lakshman mood is he never saw Sita Devi's face at all, only seeing at the feet of Sita Devi, and he could recognize only the anklets, not others. And again, Rama is crying. Okay, so I stop there. I request dear devotees, if you have got any uh, reflections you wanted to share, any questions you wanted to ask, kindly ask or kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and devotees. I was just thinking of two things here. One is Lakshman, how much respect he gave his Bhabhi, that he would not even look at her face. He would just serve her lotus feet. So he only knew of the anklets and nothing else. So that was one thing. It's so nice in that age where there was so much respect being given. And in Kali Yuga, it's the opposite, really. And the other thing was the very first paragraph that Gaurangi Mataji read, where Hanuman felt that the thing was won already, or something like that. So much. Just by speaking to them, he knew that Sugriva would have no problems at all. It was already recovered. Yes, he felt that Sugriva's kingdom was already recovered just by not even finding out how good they were at fighting or nothing like that, but just by speaking, just by looking at them, speaking to them, he knew that they had already won, basically. So those two things really stuck out. Thank you. And the other thing that you mentioned about, giving asana and Hanuman with folded arms, so much respect. And, when guests come as well, we have to first, treat them rightly, show them, welcome them, give them a seat, proper asana, give them water. Those are the basic things that we need to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Any other comments? Gaurangi Mataji. Asha Mataji, you wanted to add anything, Mataji, here?
No, Prabhu.
That is from this Ramayana. So here it is a very beautiful part when the Lord and the devotee is meeting together. It is very auspicious. Hanuman and Lakshmana, Hanuman and Rama here. Where Lakshmana was explaining about Rama here. Okay, so that is and Sugriva again. He also feels the same feelings as Hanuman. Devotees are like that. As soon as they meet their Lord, the love automatically, spontaneously, it will sprout from heart. Okay, that is what we can see. And then the speech, how we speak, how we treat others, and the behavior of Lakshmana here, and then the friendship here again, making the friendship abiding pact, so keeping the fire. And so nowadays, children they come from the school and they say, "He is my BFF." What is BFF? I was just wondering. My best friend forever. Best friend forever. And then they will say today, after a few days, because they say something else, and then he's not my BFF ever. So children are like that. Okay, that is childish nature. But here, friendship means forever, lost forever, best friend forever. And also here, Hanuman is abiding pact in front of the hide, clockwise around the fire, hand in hand, as they gazed happily at each other. Okay, so this is how whenever the husband and wife getting married, also they also go around the fire. It is for the life. Okay, and similarly, Ram and Sugriva are friends forever. Okay, so just a few reflections here. And on the account of Vali, he need to look after his brother Sugriva, but he did not treat him, though he got angry. But he should not keep that enviousness for longer time. He may just chastise and then just leave it and then make him again to his kingdom. It would have saved him, but he did not do so. Okay, that is one point we could reflect on the Vali side. But later on, so here, how Lakshmana is serving his brother Rama. And then later on, once our killing of Ravana and going back to Ayodhya there, and all Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrugna, they are serving Rama. So Sugriva is thinking and remembering his brother Vali. If my brother has been good like that, I would have served him, but instead I made him to be killed. So Rama killed Vali. So Sugriva is thinking in one way. So I made my brother to be killed. So okay, this is just kind of things, but everything is in service of Ramachandra. Okay, so just a few reflective points here. Any other comments?
Prabhuji, we haven't come to this yet, but the way Ram agrees to protect Sugriva by helping to kill Vali, it's something to do with the garland around the neck. Wasn't there? Well, I don't know whether this would be in there though.
Yes,
Because they
madam.
looked alike, didn't they? They looked so alike that it was difficult to. Would have been difficult for him to find out who was Vali and who was Sugriva.
Garlands. So this is yes. So Rama spoke while his grieving relatives felt a relief. Yeah, in this paragraph itself, in this page itself, Rama is going to kill Vali here. So and
And is it because
Vali's wife Tara, she's also very. So here it comes. Let me just go to that paragraph. This particular page, it has got so many reflections, very important topics. So here, Wali fell to the ground. So this is where here.
It should be even before. Okay.
So here, Rama Sugriva anxious.
So my only thinking here was that I still don't understand why that was done. Okay, I understand that then it made it easier for Ram to kill Vali, but because then obviously Vali felt that he was not killed justly, that he was cheated almost, and then Vali gives a curse. Is that why that happens in, and that Krishna then had to come? Something like that, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mata, that one we will come to that point as well. So here, as you ask this one, Rama suggested that Sugriva again challenge Vali, but this time wearing some distinctive mark so that Rama could tell one from another. Lakshman tried to around Sugriva's next flowering creeper. Reassured Sugriva got up and left again to Kishkinda. Okay, so there is a flower garland. And then next point, the Vali's curse to Ramachandra. There is no curse, but here there is a very philosophical discussion between Vali and Ramachandra. And Vali says, Rama, do you think that what you have done is religious? Because you have hidden from a tree and then you did this to me. Then Rama gives reasons. First of all, you are a monkey and you are not a human. And I'm a prince. I can hunt the animal. The first reason. Second thing, when you are not righteous, if you are not treating your brothers, your family properly, you are not righteous. Second point, also he says, and then you also steal the wife of your brother. So that is not righteous. So he gives the list of the reasons. And then Bali was censuring Rama in so many ways that you hidden from there. If you have straight away come to me and then asked for friendship, I would have got Sita Mata in very few seconds. But you did not do so. You have chosen Sugriva like that. That Vali also mentions. But later on, Ram also gives these instructions because I am always at Dharma side. So Sugriva should be treated nicely. But you did not do so. And then later on, they have come to conclusion, and then Wali asked forgiveness. That is one conversation. But Wali's wife, Tara, she's very intelligent. There are five women are described are very chesty and intelligent. Out of them, Draupadi, Draupadi, uh,
Mandodari as well?
yes, Mandodari, Sita Devi,
Anasuya? No.
not Anasuya, Draupadi, Sita Devi, Mandodari, Tara, Kunti Devi. So Kunti Devi, these are the five women. They have got specifically for a particular purpose in a particular dimension. Uh, Let me just bring that 5 women in Vedic. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here in not Kunti here. Tara, Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, and Mandodari. Okay, Ahalya is. Okay, the Tara is considered the monkey king Vali in the Ramayana, praised for her wisdom, intelligence, and diplomatic skills. Ahalya, the wife of sage Gautama, known for her beauty and for being the first of the Panchakanya. This is Panchakanya, the word is Panchakanya, representing resilience. Draupadi, the wife of the five Pandava brothers in the Mahabharata, known for her strength, dignity, and for being a central figure in the epic. And Sita Devi, the wife of Rama, revered for her virtue, devotion, and resilience. Mandodari, the queen consort of Ravana in the Ramayana, known for her piety, righteousness, and attempts to advise her husband towards the path of Dharma. Okay, this is Panchakanyas are described. So, and here why I'm just bringing Tara is the wife of Vali. She speaks to Vali in so many ways. So where Sugriva is coming with another second time. So my dear husband, you are being alerted. It is not ordinary thing. Okay, so she gives so many other reasons. Now Rama is coming in alliance with Sugriva, and now Sugriva is coming to chase a fight to fight with you. Even though he was defeated by you a couple of hours ago, now he is coming back again. That means something is danger is there. But Vali did not take those words seriously. So those conversations we would see in this page. Okay, so later on, the conversations between Vali and Rama, they're very, we can see what is Dharma, what is not Dharma. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So regarding the curse, let us see, there is. Okay, there is no curse by Vali there. But there is a philosophical discussions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Ramayana. So here, Rama has got two clues now. First thing is about Sita Mata. Jatayu has given information about Ravanasura, how he has taken Sita Devi. Now Ram and Lakshmana, they are trying to search, and then on the instruction of Kabanda, they came to the Shabari, and Shabari got liberated there. And then when they were at the Pampa lake, now they have met Sugriva. Sugriva again informed that, okay, we got the Sita Mata's jewels Ravanasura was taking. Okay, now Rama has got very strong clues where Ravanasura is going to live. It is known to most of the people. He is going to be in the Lanka. Okay, they have gone towards the southern direction. Okay, now that is where we stop here. Okay, that is from Ramayana. If you're all happy, dear devotees, if there are no comments and reflections, then we shall conclude. No questions. We shall conclude and then continue with further japa.
Shall we do the 3 Hari Bols to Prabhuji? Everyone, please. Hare Krishna.
Hari,
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol to all dear devotees. It is all your presence. Oh, Hangma Mataji is here. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Apologies, I joined a bit late, Prabhuji.
Nice to see you, Mataji. You wanted to share anything on Ramayana? I don't know how far you have heard about Ramayana.
Yes, Prabhuji, I missed quite a lot today, but it is always just it's pleasure to be in the association, Prabhuji, and thank you so much for acknowledging Prabhuji, and Hare Krishna to all the devotees and Prabhuji. Thank you.
Mataji, so here any questions or reflections, Mataji? Any?
Not for now, Prabhuji, but thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna consciously everyone. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर